Jesus Christ Superstar was canceled at the University of Notre Dame for April 2020, and I'm here to tell everybody what shoulda, woulda, coulda happened. Hi everybody, Professor Matt Hawkins, director of said show, and today we're going to talk about social media and what we were going to do for the production of Jesus Christ Superstar for April 2020. Before we get started though, I've gotten a couple questions and comments from some of my cast members and students that I thought I would address right now. Here's a question I got. What's behind you on your wall? Empty picture frames, which is art, and it's not pretentious. Number two, I guess this is more of a comment than a question. It says, these videos you put out count as you being on social media now. That's incorrect. I disagree. Okay, so if you have other questions or comments, you can email me and I will do my best to comment on them. All right, so today we're going to look at what it would look like in the theater with all of our social media projection video design. So first things up, when you get to the theater, let's say the show starts at 7:30, you get there, you get your ticket, you get your program, you walk into the house, let's say it's 7:15, you sit down, and then here is a picture right here of a rendering of our set. All right, so there's a lot to break down here, right? If it looks like a big border wall, it's because it is. If it looks like there's a tower on stage left and right, that's because there are two towers. And then you see people up there as if they're dressed as SWAT team members or militant border control guards, that's because they are. Now, you also see these little images that are all over the wall. Those are projections. So this is what our set designer, Marcus Stevens, did for us. This is like a rendering, so this is not the final product whatsoever. Just this gets us to start talking about the project and everything. So everything you see on that wall would be like videos and projections and things like that. So, but this gives you a sense of what the set looks like. It's a big border wall, super contemporary and modern. And then you enter the theater, 7:15, you sit down, and at 7:16, right, something like this pops up on the wall. Oh, it's got 49 people love it. Makes sense? Yeah, great. And then a minute later, that tweet from Caesar at Real Caesar goes away, and this one comes up. Oh, also 49 people love it. Very nice. Okay, so then every minute on the minute in pre-show, before the show starts, we get a new tweet from Caesar. So you can see we're asking what happens if Jesus would have come today with all the social media, or the question is, if back then, if Caesar had access to social media and the Twitter sphere, what would happen? So these are the only two mock-ups we could do at this point, and we would see these tweets before the show, at halftime, and also throughout the entire show. And if you know the show, Caesar's only spoken about, but isn't ever seen. So this is us giving a presence of Caesar throughout the show. This next document I'm going to show is something that we got from our dramaturg, Tegan Early, who also plays Judas, as well as help from Alexa DeVito, who is our assistant director, and they put this together, and I'll let you look at this document on your own, but here are some of the other tweets that we were going to pull and put into the design of the Twitter sphere. One of my favorites, it's about halfway down, it says, if only lazy Lazarus could have stayed dead, pathetic that the Israelites are so scared of my winning that they spread obvious lies. That's a good one. And then down below, the second to last one is happy holidays to all of my friends and my enemies who lost so badly they will never recover. Oh, I just realized Caesar's saying happy holidays. Well, it's complicated, because then Christmas didn't exist. Yeah, I should unpack that one later. Anyways, when you get a chance, pause this video and look at all these. So these are tweets that you would see throughout the show. Then, on top of that, now we didn't get very far in this process. We were going to create a profile for every single apostle, so they'd get their own like Instagram and Facebook page and things like that. And I'm going to show you a video. This is top of Act 2. This is where everyone's going to be getting together for the Last Supper for the last time. Hence, they call it the Last Supper. And all we did, I think we just mocked up 2. And you'll kind of see what we were trying to do, but they're supposed to be showing it's like a timeline of the last 3 years, like when the apostles got picked to be an apostle. Remember that day that Jesus walked on water? That's cool, things like that. So let's take a look right here. So you'll see, oh, here we go. All right, so you get the idea, and that's just how, that was the first template that our projection video designer made up, and of course we would change the content, and every apostle would get their own, and I think we had Nick as Thomas in the first one, and I don't think that's who that is. I think Thomas is played by Kelly. A lot of people, we're still trying to figure it out. So anyways, you get a sense of what the social media looks like in our show, and we have one guy to thank, Notre Dame alum, works in New York. He's a pro. He was going to come to South Bend and hang out with us. Here's his website, Mr. Ryan Belock. All right, he got his MFA done at UTA and also, right, undergrad, Notre Dame, graphic design, percussion performance, and theater. He reached out to me earlier this year and said, hey, I love Notre Dame. I love working on this stuff. Do you guys need any help on anything? And I said, oh, we're doing Jesus Christ Superstar. Can you come help us out? So I think that's it. That's our social media stuff. I got more stuff coming out. We're going to put some social media stuff out on how we were going to deal with Judas's death, which is pretty interesting. But also, coming up soon, we're going to release some videos of some of our actors talking to you and giving some actual performance of theirs from rehearsal. And we're going to just keep celebrating what could have been Jesus Christ Superstar 2020. All right, stay tuned. Bye.